Hey Bulldogs, let's see what's happening this week on Code Blue Now. Derek tells us about the traditions of Lunar New Year, Amy introduces us to a new Haitian restaurant that just opened in Holbrook, and Armani is back with Yam Time Part 2. Now please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you. Hey Bulldogs, I'm Carmen Sotlet here with Jordan Chaffee, and welcome to another episode of Code Blue Now. You know, Jordan, after a long break, it feels good to be back in the school, albeit a little differently.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Carmen, but I kind of like the change in pace.
Especially because I hardly did anything at all.
Me too. It makes me a little bit jealous of some other students last week because over February break, HMHS teachers and students took a trip to Italy, arriving early in the morning on February 19th and eventually saying goodbye on February 27th. Some highlights of the trip include trying delicious food, beautiful scenery, shopping in Verona, and so much more. The group was able to experience foreign cultures and history in an all-new way. And while the fun eventually came to an end, there's still no place like home.
Wow, way to make me feel like I missed out on all the fun, huh?
Well, I wouldn't worry too much. There's still plenty of culture back here in Mass, especially with the Chinese New Year passing by.
I guess you're right, but let's see how one HMHS family treats the event.
Chinese New Year is a staple for most Asian families all over the world, including my own. This is a time for my family to celebrate and embrace our roots.
The new year starts a new beginning, so you can forget all the bad and everything and start a new beginning, and everything is great.
To me, Chinese New Year is about my heritage and culture. Being Chinese, and New Year Day is the day that we fast, and we just talk about just being able to be humble and sacrifice before we prepare our home for the opening of the new year.
I just think of a holiday full of food and a good time with family, like celebrating how our whole family made it to yet another new year. We're not as traditional as the typical Chinese family. We do more like a modern day approach to the holiday.
At the table for Chinese New Year, there's food everywhere, but this food has more meaning that tends to get overlooked.
Symbolically, all the food that's served that meal represents something.
Everyone had to have at least one bite of every dish, whether you liked it or not. And all of that is about longevity.
My favorite thing to eat is the chicken, the velvet chicken.
We have this chicken that we eat for most holidays, especially on Chinese New Year.
The chicken dish that we have, that's the dish that everyone eats in the whole family. Everyone was always happy when that came out and it all got passed around and everyone took a piece.
The whole chicken means great fortune, wealth, like the most important thing to represent good health.
There's certain offerings that you offer up to your ancestors, to the gods, and chicken was one of the core things.
We celebrate Chinese culture on Chinese New Year just by spending a lot of time with the Chinese side of the family, because my day-to-day life isn't as culturally rich as it is on this holiday.
This holiday brings back fond memories for my family, especially for my grandparents and mother who had previously owned Tea Garden, their restaurant in Abington, Massachusetts. They ran the business for over 40 years and recently retired.
We used to have a big party.
Be this huge buffet and just a great time of just celebrating and opening up the year together.
My kids would run around and say, we're having a party, we're having a party. They were so happy.
We would run around and we would say, Gung Hi Fat Choi Lisi Daloi, and Lisi Daloi means hand over the money. And it was like this fresh comment kids would make, but it would always make the adults laugh. For married couples, you give out these red Chinese envelopes and you give it out to all single people. The symbolism of it is for them to spend it on something good for themselves.
Preparing the lucky money for my kids and my grandkids.
Obviously get the red envelopes full of money.
It's just a great joy to know that you can be married, you can have good fortune to pass on.
Traditions have definitely loosened up from generation to generation in my family, but the core values of the New Year and Chinese culture remain.
We as parents, grandparents, have instilled in our kids and grandkids. We try to teach them the value of education and doing the right thing.
I think our grandparents really try to push the cultural aspect of the holiday just to remind us that is our identities and to make sure we don't lose that.
Chinese New Year always delivers a great celebration of culture. We wish all viewers good fortune as you enter the new year. I'm Derek Fox for Code Blue Now, and back to you in the studio.
From Chinese New Year to Black History Month, I think I'm gonna miss February.
I don't know. I'm ready to move on to the spring.
Yeah, the spring isn't all that bad either, especially looking fresh with some new clothes.
Be sure to check in with Mrs. Gallagher for any sweatpants or pajama pants because there are extras in stock.
I might need some Holbrook new merch to celebrate.
You're right, Jordan. I almost forgot.
But for those of you who don't know, we want to wish Holbrook a very special birthday, seeing as the town was founded on a leap year, so 152 years comes down to just 38 in our eyes.
Holbrook's birthday is really something special, huh?
Celebrating birthdays is always fun to me, but the week hasn't stopped there. For example, National Breakfast Week is next week, March 4th to March 8th. Next Friday, during breakfast, our cafeteria staff will give out stickers to any student who's getting a breakfast meal. Later that day, during lunch, these stickers can be redeemed for a free slushie.
Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, so make sure you're not missing out on a day.
I guess so, but I love all my meals equally.
Sorry anyone's getting hungry watching the show, but on top of all that, Amy explores a brand new restaurant that lies on the edge of town.
Opening its doors in November of 2023, the Paboa restaurant seems to be the new kid on the block.
That's our first physical location, but we started making food from home in Wendorf.
But we all had to start somewhere, and for McKaylee Julian, she was inspired by someone truly special.
Well, everything kind of started off with my mom. She moved to the US, she started making it, and we kind of like went viral on TikTok, and then my husband and I decided to invest in it. That's how we ended up with Pimo. So our food is basically like a lot of rice and beans, plantain, Haitian patties, spaghetti, Haitian spaghetti.
Aside from exposing Holbrook to her Haitian roots, she also has other contributions to give back to the town.
Our goal, me and my husband's goal, is to spread the Haitian culture, spread the Haitian cuisine, because there's still some people who doesn't really know Haitian food. So our goal is to spread it to people who doesn't know about our food, our culture.
After having opened their first location in Holbrook, the community's reception was beyond the owner's expectations.
It was crazy. We wasn't even expecting that much people to turn out. It was overwhelming for sure, but at the end it was rewarding. So not only are we bringing our food or culture here, we're also providing jobs for people in this area. The customers are amazing. Although we are the only Haitian restaurant here, but everyone makes us feel welcome. So we appreciate that. It doesn't always have to be the food that you cook at home. It's always good to venture out to other cuisine and have a different taste.
In a town primarily with pizza and fast food places, Paboa is here to spice things up with the flavors of Haiti. For Code Blue Now, I'm Amy Yip, reporting.
Yeah, after seeing that, I might have to check them out.
And Jordan, if you're still hungry, be sure to support the class of 2025's fundraiser at the Randolph Chipotle. It will run on Wednesday, March 6th from 4 to 8. Make sure to enter the code on the corresponding flyer for online orders or show it in the restaurant.
I don't think you can ever go wrong with Chipotle.
Jordan, now that's something I can get behind, because being on a full stomach makes it so much easier to pay attention in class.
Well, in that case, you're going to want to prepare for this announcement to not miss anything.
For juniors and seniors interested in that path, check your email for info about an upcoming virtual field trip to be a part of Bridgewater State's annual Educator Conference.
Hey, do you think Bridgewater State has any cool sports teams, Carmen?
I'm not too sure, but I just know they don't have as cool of a sports reporter like our very own Chuck LaRossi.
Hey guys, right down here in the studio for the sports update. The girls unfortunately lost their game on Wednesday 39-32, which brings an end to their season on a 13-8 record. And tonight, the boys take on Calvary Chapel Academy in a playoff rematch at 6 p.m. Let's take a look at a teaser.
Fellas, when a shot goes up, please box out. Please, everybody find something to hit.
Let's put 2024 on that banner. It's been 7 years or 8 years. So let's put 2024 on 3 wins. 1, 2, 3.
People in the hood, I call her gang. She don't play with that bait. I be NBA. You know I ain't never gonna say. New contract being like I play ball, little boy ain't nothing to play with. I told her pull up, she told me she can't hunt, be sharing location. I was riding.
You know what time it is? We have unfinished business.
Allen takes the mid-range too. My goodness!
Whether it's a 4 or the 5.
Campbell retains. Campbell goes up. Rebound Maslin. Maslin for 2 and 1. Oh, it's Maslin.
So we move in unison.
Perkins with the board. Nichols hits the ground. Perkins to drive with a pass to Brown. Brown for 2, and that one's gonna roll in.
Let's work.
I hang with all the murderers. I'm paying all the lawyers for the murderers. I'm putting all my last on the murderers. You don't wanna see me with the murderers. Yeah, Rolls Royce swerving, famous curving. Seeing you out in traffic, you was looking nervous.
That's one insane promo. I'm pumped for the games tonight. But other than that, we have a quick announcement to share.
If anyone is interested in joining Stage Crew, be sure to reach out to Miss Newman.
From business owners to education and everything else, I don't know if any of that's right for me.
Well, what are you gonna do then?
Well, to be honest, after seeing Jalen Brown in the dunk contest, I want to be just like him. But until then, I'll have to settle for Yam Time with Armani Perkins.
Yam Time. Quick dunk, quick dunk.
All right, send him.
Hey! I didn't know about that, man.
Yam Time. So as you know, the gas price has been pretty high lately. Can you talk about kind of how you're feeling? But I know you have a car and whatnot, so.
Yeah, it's leaving me broke.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I work for gas.
What's your favorite color?
My favorite color?
Yeah.
Red.
Why you like red so much?
I don't know, I just do.
I like blue. How's your life? Good?
Pretty good at the moment.
You ever been yammed on before? Yam Time.
I'm here with today, Nicholas Lounge.
Yeah, no, let's talk about the weather, man, you know.
It's been raining.
No, it's definitely been some melancholy weather, right? You know else is melancholy?
He blocked me.
Maybe 4 eyes, but I'm not blind.
My old teammate, man. I miss him.
So where'd you leak? How you feeling, bro? You good?
Good.
No, not getting me this
Wait,
time.
talk to me, bro. Talk to me.
Yam Time.
I'm curious to talk about what your favorite sport is and why.
Oh, my favorite sport is definitely soccer. The reason why? Well, I grew up with, like, my dad was a pretty big soccer player, and ever since a young age, he's introduced me to the sport.
Yam Time.
All right, how's your day going? Good?
It's all right. It's all right.
Why you look,
I don't like you guys plotting right now. This isn't good, man. If it's gotta be a little, what's the guy? Yam Time.
Oh, serious. A little shot for shot real quick? I'm serious.
Shot for shot. And welcome to Shot for Shot.
I'll let you pick the ball.
No matter what ball it is.
Bro,
come on.
A layup. It's a layup. That's off. You about to give him my first shot in 3 weeks. Ooh. It's too easy.
Say no more.
That's off. There you go. That was close.
1-1. Monty.
What I do?
Coach K.
That's off. See you later, boys.
Yo! Now he said wrap it up, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He said wrap it up.
That's it for Yam Time.
Stay tuned, guys. I might be doing that in Indianapolis one day.
Yeah, okay. But if you can't get enough basketball, once again, then be sure to pack the pound tonight at 6 for the boys' first playoff game. Admission for students is free, as provided by the Sean Joyce Foundation. But be sure not to miss it. Tonight is going to be electric.
But hey, like I said, watch out for my big break.
Yeah, I think it's time to wrap up the show here, so you can get ready for your big break. For now, I'm Carmen Sotlet.
And I'm Jordan Chaffee, and we'll see you guys next Friday.